Hello, uh, hello and welcome to this session of video lecture. This session is about Prezi writing, and to understand that I have prepared a PowerPoint presentation which I would like to share with you. This presentation is useful for BA, BSc, BCom and PHSC final year students, and in this session, we are going to learn the basics of Prezi writing. I shall try to explain it with the help of this presentation. So let's begin. This presentation is divided in 5 parts. First, we shall try to understand what a Prezi is. Second part is about the importance of Prezi writing. The third part explores the methodology of writing a Prezi. The fourth part highlights some do's and don'ts, and in the fifth and final part I shall try to explain the whole process with the help of a small example. So what is a Prezi? Prezi is a summary or abstract of a text or speech. This word has originated from the French language, where the meaning of this word is precise. A précis is a summary of main points. Like when you prepare your notes, you do not write the whole chapter, but you concentrate on the important points. That is a précis. The pronunciation is précis, or you may accentuate the other syllable, précis. The form précis is both singular and the plural. It is pronounced precise when it is used in the plural. Now let us go more deep into it and understand the characteristics of a précis. A précis is a summary which is a compressed form of the original. It is a gist, that is the central meaning or theme of a speech or a literary work or passage, which is expressed in as few words as possible. A précis should give all essential points so that anyone reading it will be able to understand the idea expressed in the original passage. Now, when we know what a précis is, let's explore why we should learn to write a précis. We know that whenever most people read, they do so very carelessly, and they fail to fully comprehend or understand the meaning of the passage. So précis writing forces them to pay attention to what they read, because no one can write a summary of a passage unless they read it carefully. So summarizing teaches us to read with concentration. Précis writing also improves our overall writing skills. It teaches us how to express our thoughts clearly, concisely, and effectively. We also learn to choose our words carefully and construct our sentences in a logical and concise manner. So there are 3 tasks involved in précis writing: reading, writing, and revision. We need to read the paragraph at least 3 times when we come to read the paragraph. So to fully grasp its meaning, we should read it at least 3 times. We also need to count the words, or if the passage is very long and the time we have is less, then at least the lines or sentences should be counted. Then in the next step, we need to mark important or keywords, which provide us with the clues or hints about the principal theme or the main idea of the passage. Difficult words need to be recognized, and an attempt to understand them through the context of the paragraph should be made. Then comes the writing part. We have to calculate the optimum numbers of words to write. So to make the précis concise and precise, it should be about 25% to 33% of the original. So in order to do that, we need to write the main points of every sentence, remove the repetitions, and connect the main points to create the first draft of the précis. Now we come to revision, and what we need to do to pay attention uh, in the first draft is that the first draft should contain all the important facts, thoughts, ideas, opinions, and the conclusion in it. Then we identify whether there is any additional data or fact or idea or any unimportant thing which may be removed without harming the overall impact of the précis, which we call superfluous facts, and they should be cut out, and then we revise the draft. It may so happen that your first draft is too long, or that it sounds rather jerky, that there is no rhythm in it. But we even out these creases in the second and subsequent drafts. And we normally succeed by our second or third attempt if the passage is not too complicated. Now, when we read our final draft, and if we find that it has all the required facts, ideas, and the conclusion, then we finalize and provide a suitable title if necessary. So now we look at some of the do's and don'ts while writing a précis. As a general rule, the précis should be about 1/4 to 1/3 of the original passage. Removing the irrelevant data or sentence is as important as writing the relevant points. It should be precise and clear. It should be written in a precise manner in your own words. It should be a summary or a miniature version of the original paragraph. The précis must be logically connected and should have a good flow of words. Now, about the don'ts or the things to avoid. Précis writing is not just lifting the words from the original paragraph. You cannot insert your own remarks and criticism in a précis. Do not write in the first person, that is, no I or we. Do not insert any question in your précis. If needed, it may be expressed by a statement. Never conclude anything on your own. Do not use any abbreviation or any contraction. Don't complicate it. That is the most important thing. The beauty of a précis lies in its brevity and simplicity. So, to explain this process, I have taken this very small example, which has been accepted from your textbook, that is English language and aspects of development. And the example is the story, The Judgment Seat of Vikramaditya, is based upon a famous Indian legend that highlights the importance of purity of heart in human dealings. So let's try to make a précis of this. So total numbers of words are 25. So we have 25 words, and if we contract it, compress it within 1/3 to 1/4, then we find that we should have it 6 to 8 words in our précis. So let us see how many components this sentence has. This sentence has 4 components, as you can see, and The first part is name of the story, and the second part is its base. The third part is what it highlights. The fourth part is additional information. So here we have the main points explained. Every part of the sentence conveys some information to us. Now we have to decide which information or point is important and should be included in the précis. The first part tells us about the name of the story. The second part tells us more about it, and the third part tells us what is being said in story or what it is all about. And the fourth and the final part elaborates the third part. So now, when we have made up our mind as to what should be incorporated in the précis, we move ahead. The important fact which needs to be incorporated in the précis, that has been explained in this slide. Let's have a look at it. The important facts are contained in the first and the third part. That it is a story and it highlights the importance of purity of heart. So these two things are highlighted in red font. We may also find that some of us may have a different opinion about what is important. So we see that there may be other ways of making a précis and other views of looking at it. As it does not have a fixed mathematical answer, so we may try to make a précis in 6 to 8 words about uh, there may be four possible answers. This story is about a judgment seat of Vikramaditya. The story is based upon a famous Indian legend. The story highlights importance of purity of heart. The story is about human dealings. But the third sentence sums it up very nicely. So, in my opinion, the third one is the most perfect précis in this case. So, thank you for watching this presentation, and I hope that you have learned something useful today. Wish you all the best. Thank you. Thank you very much.